Thank you. The invocation, the pastor is not here. Could I ask you, sir, to lead us in prayer, and Commissioner Mason will lead us in the pledge.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. God, we come with watch over us after we God, just county.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice. Thank you. Have the roll call, please.
Beatty,
Here.
Hughes,
Here.
Alford,
Here.
Cry,
Here.
Blake,
Here.
Collins,
Here.
Gilbert,
Here.
Thompson,
Here.
Goins,
Here.
Slater,
Here.
Mason,
Here.
Ledford,
Here.
Rogers,
Here.
Winters.
Here.
It's 14 present and none absent.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome Ms. Hammond from the library. Be with us. Thanks for coming. Approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Do I have a second? From Hughes on the second. No discussion. Call the roll, please.
Beatty,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Alford,
Yes.
Cry,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Collins,
Yes.
Gilbert,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Goins,
Yes.
Slater,
Yes.
Mason,
Yes.
Ledford,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Winters.
Yes.
It's 14 in favor and none opposed.
Thank you. Report from the county mayor, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good afternoon, everyone. Nothing to report, but I do have a resolution that I've passed out to you, so we can go ahead and move on a project at the Justice Center. This money for the fencing of one of the pods at the Justice Center is in the budget. It's already budgeted. It has gone through the bid process. I just need the resolution approved, which authorizes me to sign the contract so that Steve can move forward with the project. So I respectfully ask that someone do that, please.
Commissioner Alford on the motion, Commissioner Slater on the second. Open for discussion.
Now, what is this? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, sir.
Now, exactly what is this, Steve?
Steve, if you want to explain what it is.
We had in the women's pod, which is H pod, we've had individuals, and just one last week, they will take a leap from the top. So we're actually copycatting something we've seen in Hamilton County, as where they enclose theirs. We're having a problem with that one pod. I just got a bill for $36,000 the other day from Erlang on one of them at a jump. That's after we negotiated the bill down. We had to pay. So I think this is smart, going ahead and enclosing that. So in that particular pod, they can't just take a leap anymore. So that's what it's all about. It's actually taking out the $100,000 we had. He trying to move money around, was budgeted in making sure that we don't continue getting those $36,000 bills every time we turn around, trying to prevent what happens.
You say it's gonna be a fence.
Yeah, it's enclosure from the top, and so if you know how the pods are set up, the whole upper deck will be enclosed, and they can't take a leap from that upper deck.
Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Real quick. Mayor, he just said it's coming to $100,000. That's from the art money though, isn't it?
Yes, it is
Oh,
art
okay.
money.
It is, and what it is, and let me tell you how I come to that, Milam, was, and I talked to the mayor and everybody about it, and what we've done was, and I've taken it out of that $100,000, I
That-
found some locks, if you remember the lock deal,
Oh, yeah.
and we were buying locks, and I've been able to buy more than I thought, because I was able to find the old lock, not have to go the new, and we're able to find the old locks, and we're having to bid those out. But I've identified where we can generally buy those older locks that were in the place, so we'll be able to survive them for a while.
All right.
And over half the money will be spent toward the locks themselves. So we'll have a surplus of locks, some put up.
But, and the 100,000 also is, I'm going by memory, which I shouldn't do, but the 100,000 also for vehicles.
No,
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 it's a different,
This that's a different, you're talking different monies.
I-
There was a lot.
Well, I said
Yeah.
memory.
It was, the 100,000, this is not the 100,000 dollars. This is 100,000 was put toward the locks and improvements. If you remember, one of the things we've got to do is the pump that Cleveland Utilities is making me move.
Yeah,
That's underground, that we got to do it, so I'm trying to get all that out. This $100,000 that's set aside for capital projects I can get, in addition to buying locks and having surplus locks, plus doing any other work that needs to be done. And I thought this was a big project that needed to be done, and so we're taking that much money out of it, and then using the remainder of the money that's left to buy a surplus of locks to keep on hand. For the doors, for everything in the back, the doors that we said the locks were wearing out, we couldn't find the locks. We did find the locks, so we were able to buy some to get by. So my idea is to stockpile some of these locks. So we'll have, they're all different kinds throughout the back, and I just wanna have some for every door in the place.
Any other discussion? Being none, call the roll, please. Oh, yes.
Sheriff, just one quick question on those locks.
Okay.
Do we have any kind of timetable when we're gonna try to maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road before we get them all replaced eventually?
No, no. And we can get in that. That's gonna be bigger money, of course.
I understand that.
But you've, the $100,000, I'm taking it out of it just to buy the existing locks that we have, which will be outdated. We can't, they're hard to find now, but we were able to find them. So, no, I don't have a timetable on the big exterior locks or whatever we're gonna do in the future. Cause I think that totaled up in, let me try to recall from memory, I think $700,000 is what it was gonna cost. If you done all the locks within the jail, not the individuals, not the doors going in, I'm talking the individual cells inside the pods.
I guess that's the point I'm looking at. Have we got any kind of schedule, maybe 6 months or next year's budget, we're gonna budget X amount for number of locks? And
I'll be glad to put
next
it in
year,
next,
we'll do a next number.
I'll be glad to put it in next year's budget, whether we can do it all or not.
Well, I
don't
know you're not
Maybe-
gonna be able to.
Maybe we can negotiate and do a quarter or half or something as we go. I think when we start putting the budget together is when I'll need to do that instead of, but I will talk to you, saying you're the chair of my committee, and we'll come up with a plan as to what we want to do, if we want to include that in and start replace them with the updated locks that we've talked about before. But the $100,000, I understand I'm trying to stretch out everything I can get as far as upgrading things that they tell me that have to be done in the next year, or from keeping leaping off the top. And so I've applied some of this money. It's about half of it will be applied toward the locks. The rest will be applied to other things, including the fencing for the.
Mayor, when do we have to have all the ARC money spent? Next,
By the end of 26.
at the end of 26, do you have any idea how much we've still got in there?
The only money that we have in there other than interest we'll continue to draw is money that is committed and not spent, which is the $4 million for broadband, a little bit of water, and a little bit of housing. But it's all committed unless we change direction with it. And then we continue to make interest on that money because it's still in there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Beatty,
Yes.
Hughes.
Yes.
Alford.
Yes.
Cry,
Yes.
Blake. Collins.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Goins.
Yes.
Slater.
Yes.
Mason.
Yes.
Ledford.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Winters.
Yes.
It's 14 in favor and none opposed.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Consent agenda, motion for approval. Second. Commissioner Mason on the second. Open for discussion. Being no discussion, call the roll, please.
Beatty.
Yes.
Hughes.
Yes.
Alford.
Yes.
Cry.
Yes.
Blake.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Goins.
Yes.
Slater,
Yes.
Mason,
Yes.
Ledford,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Winters.
Yes.
It's 14 in favor and none opposed.
Thank you. We'll now move to reports from committees and/or districts. We'll start on our left with Commissioner Winters, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Seventh District is in great shape. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
The Seventh District is in great shape.
Great. Great. Commissioner Rogers, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Nothing to report today.
Commissioner Ledford.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just two things here. Want to wish my wife happy birthday yesterday. I ain't telling you how old she is. She killed me. And then I want to announce a insurance committee meeting October 23rd, which is Thursday at 11 a.m. here in the commission room. And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Commissioner Slater, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have nothing to report today.
Commissioner Goins.
Fifth District's doing well, nothing to report, thank you.
Commissioner Thompson.
Mr. Chairman, nothing to report.
Commissioner Gilbert.
Yes, I'd like to say I went to the drug trend, and it's amazing that the new drugs that they've got coming out, it is crazy. It's crazy what our police officers, drug task force has to go through. Some of this stuff they can touch and it could kill them. There's some pretty crazy stuff out there. And also, my stepson, I'd like to make it aware that telemarketers, people that are calling, watch out. My stepson got a call the other day, and it was by Bradley County Sheriff's Office. It showed up as his number, as the office's number. There was two policemen called him on Zoom, and the crazy part, he should have known, but he didn't. He was scared to death that they sent him to the store to put $1,500 in Bitcoin, in a Bitcoin machine. And listen, you talking about they was professional. It wasn't something you'd hear coming from overseas. It was the real deal, and it scared that boy to death. So y'all be careful out there. You like to speak on that, Sheriff?
And he's right, because all the Bitcoin machines, I've had them go around and work with them. They put signs on them. If you get any calls about the sheriff's office, to be sure and call us before you put anything in those machines. And you got to make the people aware, the people you know, the people in your districts. Please help me spread the word, because we can put out the releases every day warning people. But we always have somebody that will get me on the phone and say, Sheriff, we put some money in, and I'm going, you done that? So they're really scamming people, and that's their full-time job. So we have to be aware and help spread the word.
And thanks to Wayne Henry, we had called him, and he said, hey, no, there's a number on that machine you can call back. So Bitcoin is sending him his money back. But y'all just be careful, watch out for these things. Like he said, if they're calling and ask for money from the sheriff's department, it's a lie. Do not fool with them. Hang up on them. That's all for me.
Commissioner Mason, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Chairman, the Road Committee met last week and voted to recommend approval of a request to lower the speed limit on Bluegrass Circle from 25 miles per hour to 15 miles per hour. You have a hard copy of this request, and I place this recommendation in the form of a motion.
We'll have a second. Commissioner Ledford on the second. Open for discussion. Call the roll, please.
Beatty,
Yes.
Hughes.
Yes.
Alford.
Yes.
Cry.
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Goins.
Yes.
Slater,
Yes.
Mason.
Yes.
Ledford,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Winters. It's 14 in favor and none opposed.
Thank you.
The Road Committee also voted to recommend approval of an easement through the County Road Department property that will allow the 6-inch sewer line to be replaced with an 8-inch line. I placed this recommendation in the form of a motion, and after consulting with the county attorney, we need to approve by resolution to be legally sufficient. So I placed this matter on the November the 3rd voting session agenda. If you have any questions, I think Mr. Sanders and his folks are here today.
Is that it?
Mr.
Also, the road committee will meet again on December the 4th at 9 a.m. here in the commissioner, and that's all I have, Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Collins,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We're doing well on the 3rd. Nothing to report.
Commissioner Blake.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Crystal, I just got a quick question. On that road committee, something came up that I think is kind of interesting. Public versus private plat. And I would guess it was alluded to that we, and Bradley County as a whole, we don't really get involved with private plat, so to speak. But yet, they have to be inspected by the road department, by the superintendent of roads, right? So I got a phone call, two of them afterwards, like, even though it's private, the road superintendent still has a responsibility, or the road department, to sign off on the plat, even though it's private versus public. I'm trying to clarify that. Yeah, I believe so.
You have to, you have to, you have to get it platted, you have to get it approved, you have to go through the process. The process looks a little different if it is a private road, but the actual process itself is the same. So we are looking at certain things. And so, yes, in order to record a plat, you have to have it signed off on by county officials.
Okay, so we do have a role to play.
Yes.
And just because the word private is being used on that. I guess the other thing that came up is the whole bond thing. And I remember years ago, that came up. And can a plat be quote unquote agreed upon or recorded without a bond? I guess that's the right way to ask that question. Or is it bond required in order to record?
The answer is it depends. Our subdivision regulations govern all that. And you can, as a developer, go ahead and build out the roads, get them approved, and don't have to have a bond. Do not complete the roads. It gives you various options as a developer of how you want to go forward with that. But yes, there are times when bonds are required.
So
it
the
depends
bond,
on the subdivision regs.
as I understand, the bond is required in order to quote unquote keep the developer, for the better lack of the word, honest. In other words, if they go out of business or they decide not to do it or whatever, the bond comes into play so that the project can be, which goes to what you're saying is if the roads are done, then there's no need.
Correct.
But when would you know that?
You would know that when they try to pull building permits and start.
Okay, so there is recourse then.
Property.
Right.
Yes.
Thanks. I think that's it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Thompson.
County Attorney, another question on building permits and plats and whatever. But we got a deal out on Parksville Road that the developer come in there, and I was there. I didn't make the road committee meeting, but I had the road superintendent out there prior to the meeting, also Ocoee Utilities. And they had came in there and paved, cut a turn off and everything, and already paved. Didn't have the water up in there or anything. They hadn't called Tom. They hadn't done nothing. He just went over and found it. Now, what can we do to get these developers to do what they're supposed to do? And that's the contact the
Eagle
road.
Creek, I think? Is it a different one? Okay.
Eagle Creek.
Okay. I'll have to look at it, Commissioner Thompson. I hate to say it just depends, but all these are very specific and it depends on what they've done. Our subdivision regs have a lot of checks and balances in place to help us make sure they're doing what they're supposed to. But obviously, if somebody just goes out and paves, the recourse is can't pull building permits because if you don't have everything approved, if you haven't gone through the process, if you go to our building inspection office and attempt to pull a building permit, you're going to be told no. So unless they've gone through the process and done what they're supposed to, that's the new developments. Now, on these old ones, there's unfortunately, it's property owners are who are stuck, because if you buy a piece of property, things weren't done properly before we had subdivision regs, roads weren't built, your answer when you go to pull the building permit is gonna be, you can't build on that property until you build a road. So the older ones, the answers, unfortunately, for a lot of people is not, you better look and make sure you're on a road before you buy a piece of property. But I'll look at that one and see where we are.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Anyone, anyone else? Commissioner Olford?
Yes, I'm glad Crystal mentioned Eagle Creek. I know the road department or the road committee met on that the other day and talked about it. Did we come up with any recourse, Commissioner Mason, for those folks?
I'm gonna need to look at that one too. I haven't, just got back in town and have not had an opportunity to look at all those emails. I think I've got about 5 emails about that, but, so I can't speak to that right now, but I certainly will look at that one as well.
I think I understand in talking to Mr. Collins one day that he would like the planning commission to make sure he signs off on stuff before they proceed with the plat and everything. Is that an idea, or they have to, they're supposed to be doing that? It's not happening, I don't think, to some degree.
Yeah, and that's why we need to look at that one, because as I said, it just depends on what happened, what didn't happen, so we're gonna have to dig into that one and see how what happened, see what was done and not done, but I will certainly look at that one.
If a developer's not following the plat and following regulations from the county subdivision rules and so forth, what's our recourse?
Well, there's not much recourse other than what I just said, which is we force them to do it the way we tell them to, because ultimately you can't get building permits, you can't continue to develop and sell, can't record any of the deeds, you can't get certificate of occupancy, so if banks will not loan on it, title companies will not, so unless they do what they're supposed to do and follow the process, they can do what they want to, but ultimately when they go to try to build houses or sell lots, they're not gonna be able to do that unless they followed all the guidelines.
I guess that's my question is, who is supposed to check and make sure these builders are doing what they're supposed to be doing?
Mostly our building inspection and planning office.
So the
road
building
department.
inspection and planning supposed to be checking these places out and
And road
making sure they're doing, following procedures?
In our subdivision regs, the people that check off on things are, road department, the planning department, the planning commission, all those people are supposed to be involved in this process. So there are a lot of checks along the way.
The inspector,
Yes.
who's that? I mean-
Well, there's a road department inspector that has to sign off on things. There's, inspections that have to be done. And then, of course, once you get to building, then our building inspection office comes in and does those inspections.
I guess that's my question. Evidently, the road department we're talking about and haven't signed off on it, and it's getting done without them signing off on it. And that goes back to what's our recourse, you might say.
Well, and ultimately, it shouldn't be approved, because you all should never approve a road unless it's got all those signatures. So the form, in fact, there's one here for, well, there's a road form in your packet. If you look at that, it says County Road Superintendent, Road Committee Chairman, Bradley County Commission Chairman. So when you sign off on that, there should be a form before that, that's a road acceptance form that has all the signature lines. So if they're not all signed off on, we shouldn't be approving it. And if we don't approve it, then as I said, you can't build on it, or not properly build on it. So that's our way of keeping people from doing it improperly.
Right. I guess that goes back to my original thinking on it. Why isn't those places getting inspected?
Yeah,
I guess.
we'll look at it. I don't know on the specific one that you're talking about, Eagle Creek. I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Thank you.
Commissioner Blake, and after
On
him.
that same thing, so a plat cannot be recorded until all of the signatures that are required on there. But, so how?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens, this is somewhat hypothetical, what happens if a plat does get recorded, but it doesn't have a signature that is required? Is that recording of the plat null and voided?
No, the plat's recorded.
So if you can get one
gets-
through without the proper signatures,
It would be recorded, but keep in mind though too, just because you record a plat doesn't mean that the county's taking a road in. So
Right.
those two are separate. But yes, if you get your plat recorded and your property, because Stanley Thompson, once you record your plat, it can be subdivided. It's subdivided based on that plat.
But a signature, all the signatures are required.
They are. Yes. Do we have a specific one where a plat got recorded without signatures?
I believe so, but I'll get with you on that. I mean, I'm not trying to single anybody out, but that was the big $64,000 question the other day, was that it got recorded, but it didn't have all the signature on it. But the signature wasn't required because it was private. That's why I was asking. That's why I was asking the question I did. When you get into private versus public, do we have a role to play? And it sounds like we do.
We do, although it is a different role, because
Okay.
the private road standards are private road standards, and they're different from county road standards. So, we do, once a private road, though, once we've done the checks that we do, we are out of it at that point. We don't make sure that private roads are maintained. So if you build one, get things approved, and then it falls into disrepair, the county has no involvement in that. That's why we sort of discourage private roads, because you have to together figure out who's going to keep up and maintain those roads. So if it's a maintenance issue, that is not the county. The county has no involvement in that. We don't continue to inspect
it's a
them.
construction or fulfillment
Yeah,
issue.
yes, we have nothing to do with it once we've checked it for the purposes of what I'm saying, making sure it meets the private road standards.
But
Once
I would
that's
think,
done,
I would think that a plat that's been recorded without all the proper signatures, and I get different roles that we play versus private, is null and voided. But I mean, it seems like, because you didn't do everything you were supposed to do, so to speak.
if it's a private road, we need to check on it,
All right.
because it may be that signature wasn't required.
Commissioner Thompson's next, but let me make a comment while we're on this. This subdivision was developed in 4 phases. We're on phase 4 that we're discussing right now. I have not verified, but I have been led to believe by a reliable source that 1, maybe 2 of those houses on this particular phase have been built, completed, and financed. So somewhere we have a major problem, as Commissioner Alford brought out. Somebody appears not to be doing their job, but let's leave that up to you, Commissioner Thompson.
County Attorney, one other question, or one other thing I need answer to, I guess. Talking about Parksville Road. I know they haven't got anything approved. They didn't call the road department out there, but they did come down on the right-of-way and on the property of the county and put a turn-off lane and the entranceway, and that touched the county right-of-way. And the turn-off lane is on county right-of-way, so they've done all of that without calling the road department. So, in other words, they got on county property and done work before it was ever approved. And there's just things like this going on that we need to check into, so.
Yeah, I'll follow up with that one, Commissioner Thompson, and figure out what happened with that.
Thank you. Anyone else? Let's see, were you finished, Commissioner Alford? Okay. Commissioner Hughes,
Mr. Chairman, I have nothing today.
Commissioner Beatty.
I have nothing either.
Thank you. We'll now move on down to the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to Thompson, Hughes on the second? Open for discussion. Call the roll, please.
Beatty?
Yes.
Hughes?
Yes.
Alford?
Yes.
Fry?
Yes.
Blake? Collins?
Yes.
Gilbert?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Goins?
Yes.
Slater? Mason?
Yes.
Ledford?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Winters?
Yes.
14 in favor and none opposed.
Thank you. Agenda item A, Commissioner Rogers, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a resolution adopted for the purpose of amending the Bradley County, Tennessee Regional Zoning Resolution regulating development within the jurisdiction of Bradley County, Tennessee to minimize danger to life and property due to the flooding and maintain eligibility for participation in the National Flood Insurance Program. I place this resolution in form of motion.
We will now enter into a public hearing regarding the resolution related to flood damage and prevention. When you are recognized, please keep your remarks germane to the resolution at hand. Is there anyone present who wishes to speak for or against? There's no one present that would wish to speak. And go ahead, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I'll be happy to second that. That's all I'm doing.
I don't have you made the motion, right?
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Rogers, okay, we've got a second. And after the public hearing is now closed, is there no further discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Beatty?
Yes.
Hughes?
Yes.
Alford?
Yes.
Fry?
Yes.
Blake?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Gilbert?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Goins?
Yes.
Slater?
Yes.
Mason?
Yes.
Ledford?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Winters?
Yes.
14 in favor and none opposed.
Thank you. Agenda item B, Commissioner Alford.
Yes, sir, thank you. Just this motion to establish an ad hoc committee to assess the impact of weather on recreation and tournament revenue. I'll place that in form of a motion, please.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Ledford on the second. Open for discussion. Being no discussion, call the roll, please.
Beatty?
Yes.
Hughes?
Yes.
Alford?
Yes.
Fry?
Yes.
Blake?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Gilbert?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Goins?
Yes.
Slater?
Yes.
Mason?
Yes.
Ledford?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Winters?
Sure. Yes.
14 in favor and none opposed.
Okay, thank you. The Athletic Field Ad Hoc Committee members will be Louis Alford as chairman, Marlon Blake, Tim Mason, Mike Hughes, Cindy Slater, and Josh Rogers will be the members. We'll now go to communications from the audience. I will recognize and allow 5 minutes to anyone wishing to speak. Does anyone want to speak? Please. Ask for your name and address, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the Commissioners, Mayor. My name is Bob Nipper. I am the coordinator for the Memorial Day and Veterans Day ceremonies. I would like to take this moment to invite each and every one of you to this year's Veterans Day ceremonies held at Waterville Baptist Church on the 11th of November at 11 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you very much. No one else? Communications closed. Announcements, anyone, we've had the insurance meeting announcement. And